I can feel the darkness struggling in the hearts of men. You done found yourself in trouble, you've been juggling sins. Gotta wake myself up, splash water upon the irises. Most people seem to be nothing more than some viruses. No, not perfect, allergic to all their bullshit.
PDX Radio, it's your boy Big Rap. We are here with
Edward Bernier.
Hey, Edward, what's poppin' with your boy?
Feeling good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey man, thanks for being here, fam. So for the people that don't know about you or know who you are, give them a little backstory about yourself real quick.
So I was born in Portland, Oregon at Alma with midwifery. Came out, was raised in West Portland near West Slope, Beaverton area was raised. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So let me ask you, you're an artist.
Yes, sir. Sure am.
Not just a music artist, but like an actual painter artist.
Yeah, oil paintings. I do acting, a little bit of photography, beat productions. I make beats. I try to do everything under the sun when it comes to making art.
Okay. Now, as far as your painting go, how long have you been doing it for?
I mean, when I was young, growing up doing graffiti at a young age, running around the streets and tagging stuff up. So if you count that, it's probably like 10, 15 years. But oil paintings, taking it seriously, about 6.
Come on. Now, how does your painting and music influence each other?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked that. So basically, okay, this is really trippy. Not a lot of people know this because not a lot of people are painters and music producers or songwriters. You can find in the realm of both worlds, like for instance, the subtleness of the shade of an arm. I need to tone that down, and that's kind of like an ad lib that I'm like, oh, it's a little too strong. Maybe I'll fade it a little bit. So there's a lot of similarities in paintings and music, and it's crazy.
I've never looked at it like that.
Yeah, it's awesome to like see that world, both worlds kind of intertwine, and
Yo, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Now, can you describe your creative process? What do you start with? Feeling, a visual, or a sound? What do you start with?
Whatever, has a hint, and I'm just like, oh, I'm having a feeling. So, I want to just piggyback off that, whether it's the sound of a beat, whether it's like, I see this painting of this like woman and her arch. I'm like, oh, that could be like really cool if she was like hanging off of a building or something, and her body's contorted in a certain way. So whatever gives me influence, I just jump on that as fast as I possibly can.
So which piece of art or song feels the most personal to you, and why?
Oh man, I'm probably gonna have to go with Masterpiece. That song, I'm in the video painting this really big old painting. That song has definitely showed me the world in between these two art subjects, and how I'm able to, I learned stuff from the paintings and hanging out with people who do oil paintings and how they move around that environment, around the art environment. So I have applied that to like the hip hop community and how I talk with people, how I stay professional. And so I'm learning different things in different genres of art and then kind of bringing them together. And oh man, it's been a success. It's been great.
So let me ask you, what themes or emotions are you most drawn to expressing in your work?
All of them, really. I find a lot of expression in sad things, in happy things, angry things. All the expressions can lead to a great piece of artwork. That's for sure.
So in your early years, what drew you to do both music and visual art?
My good friend Damon Smith, who's a muralist in Portland, he introduced me to breakdancing, and so he was like, "Yeah, we're a part of this group called the Soul Boys, but it's like a hip hop group." And I was like, "Oh shit, like I want to be a part of that. Like, what do I got to do?" And he's like, "Oh, you just got to practice breakdancing, and I already loved music, so I was rapping at a young age too. So I was like, man, I just want to do all the things that hip hop like inspires me to do. Whether it's graffiti or DJing or producing and breakdancing, music, all that stuff, man. And it's just like inspired me to just keep going and just don't stop.
Now, you're a Portland native, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, how has growing up and living in Portland shaped your creative identity?
So just the things you see here that happen, the community, as far as that people love to stick together no matter what, even though, there's some grotesque things that happen in Portland, although we still find a way to use art to bring ourselves together even in bad times. And it's so important, not to lose the battle of Portland to all the bad things that do happen, whether it's like politically or just whatever's happening. Art is just the key to a lot of problems in this world, because you got people that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And, I want to be the artist that's there to inspire them to do good art, not just any art. You can do any art, but just to inspire them that they could do anything besides doing, being lazy or doing violent things. And that, I think that's so important.
So what was that moment like in your career when you felt like, I'm on the right path? This is it for me.
I'll tell you exactly when. It was, I had heard that Machine Gun Kelly was performing at the Roseland Theater. And so I wrote them and was like, yo, would love to perform, got some music. And they were like, all right, well, we'll let you know. I think we got some artists lined up. So I was like, all right. The day prior to the show, it was like a week later, a day prior, they were like, do you want to come perform? And I was like, what do you think? No, I didn't say that. No, I was like, yep, I'm down. Let's go. Let's do this. Hit up my friends. I actually didn't have enough music to perform by myself. Yeah. So I was like, called up everybody. Yo, Bam, Solomon, Jay Young, let's go. We're going to open up for Machine Gun Kelly tomorrow. Get over here right now. We're going to start rehearsing until we start bleeding through our eyes, whatever. Yeah. We went up there and I got up on that stage and it's dark and then the lights go on. And you're just like looking at all these eyes and you're just like, whoa, bro, like this is it. Like, let's go. So, you can't be afraid in that moment. You got to be like a tiger, dude, a lion, just ready to just pounce on that prey and just eat. Yeah. And so after the show, this was probably the defining moment after the dream, I'm walking across to get my jacket. I left my jacket on the other side of the stage. And as I'm walking back, I just throw up a fist and everyone's just like, so they loved the music. They loved what I was saying. And then after, had these kids coming up like, yo, you're actually a dope fucking artist. Like the shit you say is amazing. Like, can we get pictures? And I'm like, trying not to tear up. I'm like, hold on, so that was the moment. I was like, dude, you're doing something.
Hell yeah. So what does a Portland creative community mean to you?
Everything. My whole life. It means literally everything. When I had, nothing for me going working at some dead end jobs and, shout out to those dead end jobs. I appreciate what you did for me, but art has just, whether it's making beats, it's opened up doors, whether it's painting a mural in the community, whether it's taking photos of loved ones or a wedding, and then doing all these things and having them intertwine has just been my whole life, man. I mean, art has just always been there since Mr. Ecker, God bless his soul, taught me how to draw aliens and spaceships and shapes. And that, yeah, man, it's my whole life.
Now, are there any local artists or collectives that you're excited to work with?
Absolutely. Damon Smith, like I mentioned earlier, amazing muralist, comic book illustrator, a real go-getter, his last name's Smith, S-M-Y-T-H. So check him out, Damon Smith art. As far as the murals, Raidski, which is my really close friend that we've been doing music for a few years, since like high school and stuff like that. He's an amazing writer, absolutely beautiful human, just out there grinding, putting amazing music together. Another would be my friend Brooks Beats. He's done a lot of my beats. He's an amazing producer. Shout out Brooks Beats. And, you can go on and name millions more, but those guys have definitely inspired me throughout my career and how to, fight writer's block. How do I move at this show? How should I talk about these people with my ticket sales? Things like that. Those people are just, and good people, no bullshit. No, you run into a lot of people in your career where, oh yeah, let's go do this, let's do that. And they don't show up. They're not serious, and I still got good friends that did do that and still do that. But this is those special ones, man, that uplift you and elevate you to that next level. And oh man, keep those friends fucking close, man. Keep them close.
Now, how do you see your role in inspiring or supporting other artists in the city?
Man, I do it based off how they act, how they talk, how do they act around bad environments. Like if something is kind of going wrong, there's something in the air. Like I look at the homeboy and they're like, time to go, and I think that that's super important instead of, oh, let's stick around for the drama. Let's just, oh, who's doing this? Who's doing that? Man, like that shit's dead energy. It doesn't get you anywhere. Stay around people that are just in for your good interest. It's very important to utilize like what's happening around you, your surroundings. Pretty much. You got to be a ninja when it comes to social gatherings.
Now, as an independent artist, what do you feel like your biggest struggle has been?
Man, my biggest struggle is personally for me, I feel like I do a lot. And I'm sure every artist thinks this way. Every single one of them thinks this way. Like, I feel like I'm not getting enough love. I'm not getting enough recognition in my community. Although, and for me, I'm doing oil paintings. I'm bringing my oil paintings to my shows, a lot of things like that. And there's a lot of groups that click up, and that's fine. That's cool, and there is opportunities. All these people have given me opportunities and I appreciate every single one, and you just got to learn I struggle with, how do I, without trying to demean myself, how do I just be on the same level as these people? How do I get my music shown more with these people? At times I feel like, oh, maybe I'm a little intimidating, maybe the music is not their cup of tea, and I get a little like heartbroken about it, when it's like, I'm the art guy. Like I just want to do good lyrics, deep meaning, deep, things like that. And I feel like maybe there's not a lot of people who get recognized for that, and it's okay. Like I love my art. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. But I think maybe there could be more avenues for think tanks, better quality music, and that's kind of the stuff no disrespect to anybody, all love. I love everybody. Keep killing it. Keep doing your fucking thing with or without me. Support your friends' good art. That's all I care about,
Now, if you could do a song or paint with anybody in the world, dead or alive, who would you do a song or paint with?
It's Machiavelli, the Don, Illuminati, West Side Outlaw, Immortal Thug Life, Tupac. Sure.
Come on with it.
Lassane Parish Crooks.
Come on.
Yeah, that's my that fool killed it. And then painter, shit. Okay. Probably Roberto Ferri.
Come on.
He's this Italian painter up in Italy right now, and he's just mashing it. He's a crazy artist. He make things look real, and check him out. He's an amazing artist. Roberto Ferri, all the way out in Italy.
So I got a 2-part question for you. What year did you start rapping?
2005.
All right.
4.
Okay. So if 2025 Edward Bernier could give 2004 Edward Bernier any kind of advice, what would you give him?
Stop taking YouTube beats, bro. What are you doing? You got to make your own beats, bro. Do it now. Like, start painting. Stop hanging out with people that really don't give a fuck about you. Stop giving those people your attention. Stop partying so much. Stop drinking. You can keep smoking, Edward. Yeah, man. Like, focus on the art. Keep doing. Gather around good people that you know that are going to do art. Stop hanging out with really good friends that you've hung out with for many years, that you went to middle school with, just because they're your friends. Bro, like, stop. Yeah, like, it's done. What else? Yeah, that's about it.
Now, If you could give any advice to a young artist that's watching this video, because we never know who's watching.
Right.
What kind of advice would you give them? Now, before you do, directly into this camera right here, look right there and talk to that artist.
I'm going to look you right in the soul, man. And I'm going to say, what you're doing is great and it's good and you want to get better. And I know you do deep down. And you're going to have to sacrifice friends, time. You're going to get better. You're going to get better as long as you practice. Don't stop. Watch movies, watch animes. It doesn't matter what people say, music videos. Listen to all music. Don't listen to just one genre. You will be able to create things that nobody has ever created, bro. Keep practicing. I know I keep saying that, but you got to keep going, man. And sacrifice those bad friends, man. Like, deep down, I probably shouldn't be hanging out with this guy. He's not gonna help me in any way. He's not gonna help me get better at my art, because in the long run, when they're gone, bro, you're gonna be stuck without your all the time that you could have practiced on art, bro. Like, you gotta hunker down, sit your ass down in your room for days and days and days until you're, and then even when you're the best, bro, like, you could still get better and better, like Michael Jackson, dude. Like, he fucking killed it. He ripped it. He changed the world. That's because he practiced and practiced and practiced. And so I believe in you. You believe in you no matter what anybody says. Like, some people will give you advice and they've been on a journey. Their journey is not your journey. They can give you some advice and you can get some ideas, but don't do exactly what people tell you to do. It does not fucking matter, bro. So that's what I would tell the younger generations. Keep doing art. It saves the world. Even though when you're young, you may not think that it is. It is.
Now, your album, Who Art in Heaven, that's the name of the album?
Yes, sir.
It's out on all platforms?
It's on all platforms, Who Art in Heaven.
What kind of features you got on there?
I've got Mighty, I got Soul Luna, I got Raidski, I got Brooks Beats, I got Khaled. Those are the producers. And me, I did the cover art. I painted the cover art. I digitally painted the back. I did all the lettering, the texts, the skits on there are all me. I had James Farmer, who is also Cherry Robot. Shout out Cherry Robot. He's one of the actors in there. He plays the movie guy, movie director, script reader, amazing guy. Randy, she killed it. She played the witch in the skits, and yeah, all those people. I want to say thank you guys. You guys made a fucking crazy project.
What's your favorite song on there?
Oh damn, my favorite song. I really love Pagan Poetry.
Come on.
Pagan Poetry is a scary song, and it's if you break down the lyrics, it's basically about your everyday artist that feels not like they're getting loved. And so I put in, pieces of like Jesus's story about getting, one of the lines is, oh, they say that they need you until they hang you up inside the cathedral, and that's kind of like, oh, they all use you, but at the end of the day, you're just like hung up, bro, for everybody to just look at. And a lot of the lyrics in there is about Portland and like, not Portland specifically, but the unsigned rap game and the things you got to sacrifice and what people do. And you may feel unloved and hated even, but that's a part of it. And that's kind of like the accumulation of Who Art in Heaven. Although all the songs do have that feel of that environment that we're in. And we're in a crab bucket, man, just trying to make it, and either way, I'm very proud of Portland and what they have done. And I think they're on a very good path. Very proud of it. So that's what it basically is.
And then last but not least, where can the people find you?
You can find me everywhere. Look under your bed. I'll be there, baby. No, you can find me Facebook, Edward Bernier. Sorry about my last name. It's French, but you're going to learn it. Edward Bernier on Facebook, Instagram, at Edward Bernier V, on YouTube, Edward Bernier V, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. Where else? Is there anything else? TikTok. Find me there too.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn. All that.
Edward, man, I want to thank you for rocking with me today, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I appreciate
for
you
rocking
for
with the
pulling
city.
up on me, fam.
Absolutely.
Hey, again, man, it's your boy Big Rap.
And Edward Bernier, baby.
And we out this motherfucker, you
I can feel the darkness struggling in
More
the hearts
art,
of
let's
men.
go.
You done found yourself in trouble. You've been juggling sins. Gotta wake myself up. Splash water upon the irises. Most people seem to be nothing more than some viruses. No, not perfect. Allergic to all their bullshit. Flaring up my sinuses. Never ask how my mind has been. But the strongest men are those who never asked about until their casket drop. Oh, so now everyone cares now. Don't you ever share my death if you ain't share my life. Spare yourself embarrassment, my paravicey parasites. You scared of most of the monsters caught lingering in the night while figuring what type of weapon to bring to your biggest fight.